Hi, good afternoon. This is Ira Sahai. I'm a dLife member, the media head of dLife, and a certified metabolic health coach. I bring to you today Priya Singh, who's also a dLife member and has completed the dLife Diploma course in low-carb nutrition and metabolic health. She's now a certified metabolic health coach too. Priya comes from a family of army personnel with a father, husband, brother, and son all serving in the Indian Army. She's a graduate from the University of Agriculture Science, Bangalore and specialized in dairy technology. She then took up teaching and training in the corporate sector and is now running an NGO involved with livelihood generation of rural artisans. Priya has trekked to the Everest Base Camp in 2022. She's someone who's wearing a lot of hats, and the best statement that Priya gave to me is that she says she's a total D life Diwani. Priya, I agree with you. Welcome to this session. Very interesting chat with you. And tell me a bit about yourself and how did you decide to study nutrition?
Okay. Hi. So nice to be on the forum and meet you guys like literally live. My what should I say? My brush with nutrition has been through school days and college days and all of that, and I've always loved life sciences as a subject. So I did over a period of time understand that this nutrition is not going in the right direction for people to implement. It's fine to read it in the books and answer questions in your exams, but obviously it's not practically doing the right thing. I mean, implementing the nutritional guidelines is probably not the most practical thing. And in my life, over the last decade, I've landed up looking after my parents as well as my in-laws, and they are the generation that's got maximum hit by metabolic syndrome. I didn't know these things, but I knew that going to the doctor was the biggest mistake that they were making. They would come back with medicines that got you more side effects, for which again you went back to the doctor to get medicines to cure the side effects. There was no cure for the main problem. So I was looking to figure out some way to help people in my family overcome these challenges in health that they were having. And I I chanced upon Satyajit Das's course, and I was hooked from day one. And there flashed in the Metabolic Health Conference ka poster. I said, boss, there is something like a academy, and why is it that I did not know it? And for me, it is typical. They कहते हैं कि जब चेला ready है तो guru will arrive. dLife arrived in my life like that. And I can't tell you, for me, every time I open my course, it's like another gem that I discover. Okay. And I sometimes wonder whether by the end of the course, I actually remember what was right at the beginning. And when I go back to revisit, it's like, oh my God, it throws everything in a new light. So
Mhm.
for me,
So,
dLife has come at the right time.
that's such a spirited answer. I really, love listening to that answer. Priya, tell me, how did you zero in on the D-Life Diploma course besides the things that you saw at Satyajit's program and the MHC and stuff like that? While you were looking for the course, how did you, zero up on D-Life?
See, for me, the requirement was, can somebody be scientific enough to answer the fact that everyone is only getting more and more ill going to the doctor? Okay. And I found that I think in the poster you had put out Dr. Fatke's uh, was it, I don't know whether it was just a reel or whether it was some, when I did that, and I think what that was Dr. Tim Noakes, who also was on the same, it
Yes.
came in the same thing. Oh my God. Okay, I said, God, these guys are saying something that I knew was not correct till now. Okay, and they nailed it. And then, the best part of everything is that these are guys who are living and walking and talking science, yeah. Not like hypocrites or not like, Sushruta who did surgery in some era and then passed on the information for you guys to do gadbad and practice all wrong. I said, okay, if I have to learn, then I have to learn from these guys who are actually making history. And to me, I think dLife is just making history, and I'm just so glad to be learning from here.
Priya, how did you find the course now that you've completed it? What did you like the
Ha.
most about the course?
What I liked the most is those videos. Okay, and what I hated most is you can't move to the next chapter till you complete the video. Okay, but it was so good. In fact, at some point, when on the forum or on the WhatsApp, the conversation was going, and I wanted a reference to context and move back into the course, I couldn't move because I was still in chapter 2, whereas the all the content that we were talking was from chapter 7 or something. But having said that, I to take notes even from the WhatsApp group that we are in. Okay, because there is so much gyan, and most importantly, everything is practical. Add that extra spoon of salt into your diet and see the difference. Figure out your morning coffee with the virgin coconut oil and see the difference. See the difference. See the difference. And everyone wants you to experiment it for yourself before you sit in judgment. And it's such a revolution. So in the course, the best part of everything is so beautifully structured that when you go to chapter 3, you understand why chapter 1 was where it was. It's all things. And every time I feel that when I go back to the previous chapters, I look at it from another perspective, from another angle, which we've been talking about probably in the group or the forum, and it explains the concept so beautifully. So I think for me, the course content is out of the world.
Yeah. Priya, how did you like the forum support and the discussion threads? And you search and you'll find a case, the recipes, the library, the podcast, the MHC sessions, the WhatsApp group. Please tell us about all of that.
Oh my God. It's like I keep telling myself, just imagine if a Nausicaa is just shot into space, okay, and said, boss, this is universe, okay. So where will you go? You'll go to the moon first, or you'll go to the sun first, or will you go to the star that you like, or the stars that you have talked about? It's that kind of being shot into outer space of gyan inside that forum, okay. And in the forum, you ask the question and you get answers which are related in such depth that you didn't even realize that there was so much of depth to the question that you asked. Something as simple as a muscle cramp. Oh my God, when I discovered what all was there to cure your muscle cramp, I was like mind blown. And as part of the course, you were doing that recipe, right? So I was doing that recipe bit, and I got that K ratio. Oof, I have never ever in my life heard of it. I've not seen it. And the minute you see it, something just kind of lights up in your head saying, oh my God, now you know why you've been eating wrong, So the minute to the course curator and guys like you who put it there, I just don't know whether you expected this kind of wow moment from every participant. But for me, it was like, yeah.
It is so humbling to now hear that, it is so humbling that, about the course now that we are actually doing the course review and everybody has such wonderful things to say. And really going back to, the way Anu put this entire course together, it's really brilliant. Yeah, Priya, have you started your practice already now that you're a certified metabolic health coach? Do you intend to practice? Yes. How is it?
Yeah, for me, this is just a new beginning, I think. I really need to, I find that I know so many people who need what I've learned. I have to put it to practice. But, by virtue of being this sabse badi bahu and, the ghar ki choti beti, I'm the one who's given the task of going getting medicines for everybody. And I so diligently read the label, okay? And I read the side effects of every medicine. So my whole khandan will come back to me once they're given a device, then ask, iske kya side effects hoenge, padh ke batana, So I now, like in the past, I wouldn't know what to tell them, ki iska side effect ye hai, to khana chahiye, nahi khana chahiye. And, to my luck, both my mom and in-laws, mother-in-law suffer from stuff that people haven't even heard of, right? Like my mom is bipolar, geriatric bipolar. My mother-in-law's got she's got a heart situation where everything is mirrored. Her blood supplies are mirrored, than normal. So they come up with some very weird problems. And every time they're given a medicine, I think all the medicines have side effects on them. So when I tell everybody that this is a side effect of the medicines that they have been given, I did not know what next to advise them, apart from go back to the doctor. And they would go back to the doctor and for the side effect get another medicine and come back. But I think now at least I have what should I say, a captive audience in my mother and my mother-in-law to straight away start with them, which I've already done. But yes, I so fully intend to practice and I so fully intend to take this forward, because I think every time I talk about even one aspect of practicing, I feel I need to go back to study that chapter all over again and discover so many more things that that chapter has to offer, which I didn't see it for the first time. So the intention to practice is full.
Priya, have you adopted the LCHF way of life, eating low carb, and how much has it changed you? That is one question. Two, do you think the fee that you paid for the course has already been or will be easily recovered?
Okay, I'll answer the second question first. I think I did message the WhatsApp number that was given on the course contact. Okay, I don't know who answered it, but it was a very curt, pay up before you ask these questions. All right. So I said, oh, this is good customer care, man. He knows what he's saying or she knows what she's saying. So I said, no questions asked. I paid up. And then I asked, he was, how long can I be on the course and all that. So I think course vasuli to happened in the first week itself, because that WhatsApp and that forum gave me so much of information that I could put directly to use for myself. Okay. So that answers first question. Second was as far as I lost the first question.
Yeah, I said, how has it made a difference to your life?
Yeah, whether I'm LCF. Okay. By and large, because I think I've got a life science background or whatever, nutrition में पढ़ाई करी है, marks score करे हैं, all that. Eating around my house and my family has been by default a little low carb only. What I didn't know was it is not just low carb and good protein. What is important is low carb and high fat or good quality fat. All right. So when, like I said in the first week, I realized you're telling me to have butter, you're telling me to have ghee, you're telling me to have coconut oil, and I love all these three. Why am I shying away? I think from then onwards, I personally took a turn towards a direction that I was missing. It was a big course correction. I was missing my targets on weight or, what should I say, energies and things like that. And, those course corrections during the course of the first 10 days, I think I gained a lot from the LCHF diet in my life. But yeah, there are a lot more which I need to put into place.
Priya, what would you like to tell those who are contemplating about enrolling in the dLife Diploma course? I mean, people like you and others from various professions, doctors even.
Yeah. I think first and foremost, it's a course like this that should form the basis of life science studies in middle school and high school. Okay. So it's like they always say, if you've not done good in middle school and high school, then you can't move on further. I think that is where you have to put the requirement of this course to be taught to everybody. So if you come after you've graduated and done the course, you've missed that much time of your life being off course. Okay. So I think this is a must study course for everyone who eats, period.
Okay. Such interesting answers. Before we sign off, let me just give a small information about the course for those who may be interested. Our dLife Diploma course is the largest content on low carb nutrition and metabolic health in the world. We have 800 references, 800 plus references in the course, 200,000 words, 60 plus relevant videos, lifetime access to the course, 6 months additional access to the forum from the start of internship. There is no recertification clause. We are CPD SO UK accredited with the biggest 60 hours credit to our course. We are also the SMHP approved CMHE provider. Our forum is 3,000 plus combined success stories, 200 plus original low carb, keto, vegetarian, non-vegetarian recipes, 150 plus podcasts, largest content on low carb. There is no recertification clause. As I said, there is a robust forum of discussion with the mentors and moderators. You put any question and they will answer you back. You have a client you need handholding on, they're all there for you. You search any metabolic syndrome and a case study will present itself to you. So that's how exhaustive we are. If it is low carb nutrition and metabolic health in India, it is only and only dLife. So Priya, this is one dLife Diwani saying thank you for taking time off, taking time out from your busy schedule and speaking to me. So any last words?
No, thank you so much, and love to all of you guys who put this together. And I can't tell you how privileged I am to be a part of this band of brothers. Really looking forward to greater things that we are going to do together.
Yeah. So we are two dLife Diwanis, Priya Singh and Ira Sahai signing off for now. And I'll be back with another video of the course very soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Jai Hind.